Minto's Stories and Fables. The story is for children. The title of the story is MM.
One evening, a child whom you call by any name, as you children always change the whole universe at your wish, was standing on the small terrace of his house, breathing the freshly poisoned air. There was darkness creeping in. It was hot and sweaty, and there was no electricity. His mother was at work, father sleeping inside, drunk. Child was bored. He thought, as he did not know the full extent of being sad. At the parapet wall, he heard a sound and saw a beautiful bird flutter her wings and perch. She saw the child, measured the distance, and was not too interested in him, though she kept watching him from the corner of her eye. Child, on the other hand, became very interested in her. He made a sound which was supposed to be a whistle, but since he could not whistle, it nevertheless came out as a sweet cooing. The bird looked at him. She knew all about sweet whistlings and other exotic tunes and songs. She was now definitely bored, but she needed rest and so stayed. Little birdie, said the child. Of course, she knew about the human language. In fact, she knew seven except English, and the child was speaking in the language she knew best, as she had heard all children speak the same. But she was not interested in showing that, lest the dialogue became too long. She even thought of moving to another building, but it was a government library, and the thought of the thought of smelly, untouched, dusty, and stale books was too much for the tired bird. What's your name, little one? Asked the child with a smile, which made very clear that he was just humoring her. For birds don't talk, even to little children. That did it. She was tired and very, very sad. She was not to be humored. Maria Monica Estalnez Bulwarich, she said in a clear, soft tone, and proudly stared at the amazed child. Child was well read, one in fairy tales and unsolved mysteries of the universe, and knew that such things did happen, though not every day. Could I call you little MM? Asked he. She smiled. Ah, children, no knowledge of the titles. But she said, why not? In any case, I would be going soon. Where do you come from? Oh, thousands of miles from your place and back the same way if I can. You know what 1,000 miles is, I suppose? Yes, said he. You go by train, plane, or a car to reach it. Or you can fly yourself as I do. I am too small to do that and I can't fly. That bought, brought a memory, not old at all, of a very young one which she lost in the polluted bird sanctuary, and then she started humming a tune, later a soft song which was very sad for the child, and he said so when she finished. Yes, you should sing and listen and enjoy happy songs as long as you can, for human beings love to live in sorrow when they grow. The darkness was now moving faster. Child was a little sleepy, but did not want MM to stop, as her voice itself was made of music of nature. You know, said MM, I hear the shrieks of the trees, the fears of rivers, the resigned stories of silence of the mountains, the pungent smells of wind, and calm footsteps of death as I travel. She was in grief and was talking mostly to herself, but yet child understood most of it. You want something to eat or drink? Said he, as a good host. I am lost, said MM, but did not say to the child that she was in mourning, and I have to go soon. No, thank you. Child wanted to help her. Should I bring my atlas in a torch from downstairs? MM smiled. From times immemorial, her flock had found their way, but man had changed all that. No, thank you again, dear friend. My destiny is my compass. As she said, she knew that she had almost no chance of reaching or surviving. She also did not tell the child that a child had shot her husband a day before with his air gun. He was a child, and a child of a man, the supreme destroyer. Yet she had not lost her noble birdliness. She was also a very gentle soul. She only wanted the child to have a hope, a joyful hope, and a zest for life and no sadness. So she sang a most happy song of farewell to the child and flew. Child was most happy and slept very happily after that and woke up full of hope always. How was he to know that a bird was found dead in the government library that had inhaled the wisdom of human knowledge?